Well, finally getting caught up with the lawn work. What say we shoot a video?
Hey, welcome back to our shop just outside Kennesaw here in North Georgia. Well, I apologize, it's been a few weeks since I posted a video, but I think you're going to find this one interesting. Markets change, and if you don't adapt to a changing market, your business is going to suffer. What do I mean by all this? Well, over the last many years, the used furniture market in my area has been doing this. It's been on a steady decline. It's at the point right now that it is almost not financially feasible, with just some exceptions, to buy and restore antique or higher end furniture, because it's very, very difficult to sell those things at a high price or at a competitive price or a fair price for you. And the reason being is there are so many people downsizing, so many baby boomers are going into assisted living or unfortunately passing away, and the market is absolutely flooded with used furniture. The surviving families are having trouble getting rid of it. Some of them are even giving away entire house full of furniture because they've called an auction company or they've called an estate company. They'll come in and look at it and say, you know what? No one wants the campaign style dresser or bedroom set your mom and dad have, or Queen Anne traditional furniture doesn't sell, or this gigantic dining room set that they paid thousands and thousands of dollars for is effectively worthless because nobody wants anything associated with fine dining. That's the truth. So how do you, in this business, if you're a furniture flipper, how do you deal with it? Well, you take a look at your sales outlets, Facebook Marketplace, local garage sale sites, Craigslist, and see what furniture is selling for. Now, obviously you'll see what it's listed for. It's hard to see what it's selling for, but you can interpret it. You can also interpret it based upon what you are able to sell. And in the last several months, I've had two very nice pieces of relatively high-end furniture. One was a Lexington buffet, and I'll show you a picture of that right now. And the other was a Dixie furniture 3-drawer chest of drawers, mid-century modern style, that was actually the base to a china cabinet. And I'll show you that one now. Now, I paid $40 for the Lexington buffet. I refinished the top. The piece was flawless. It was cherry. It was gorgeous. I had no interest in that piece for 3 weeks. I finally wound up selling it to a lady who was from Brazil, who was living in the Atlanta area, looking to decorate her house in the classical style, which, thank God I found her, she found me, for $150. Ouch. The Dixie mid-century piece wasn't but 6 months ago. Mid-century modern was flying out of here. That was listed for 2 weeks. Sold for $139. The girl that found it was ecstatic. Good for her. As they say, there's an ass for every seat. The problem is, how do you find that butt and get it into your seat? By lowering your prices. So anyways, that's the reality. So the question then becomes, what do we do? Well, what you do is you identify the price points, have them in your mind. When you source this stuff, know what you can pay for it, and minimize the time and effort you put into to getting it ready for sale. This weekend I bought a pile of furniture from a guy at a yard sale. He was getting ready to close down. It had been for sale all day. Nobody wanted it. It was a bedroom set. It wasn't a bad one. It's oak. It's a dresser, 2 matching nightstands, and a bed. Queen bed with a frame. No mattress. Never buy mattresses, by the way. And 4 dining room chairs. I gave $20 for all of it. So now I have the ability to price that bedroom set low so it sells and it sells quickly. In my mind, I'm thinking $199 for a complete bedroom set will get buyers here. And if it looks good, which we're going to make it good in this video, they're going to want to buy it. So let me show you what we're dealing with, and let's get started working.
Okay, here's what we're dealing with. It's probably from the 1980s or 1990s. It's an oak veneered dresser. The drawers are wood with dovetail construction, so it's not a total piece of junk. It's got, it has dust panels in it, so it's a substantial piece. The top is laminate over particle board, but it's not bad at all. We have this repair we got to take care of in the corner where the laminate, or the oak plywood is coming up, and we have this cross piece here that's coming loose. We need to fix that. Then we have this is just splashes of dirt, some paint, more dirt, and it just really needs to be just washed, and then some scratch cover. The drawers are in good shape. They have some wear on them, but that's going to stay. We'll just wipe these down with some scratch cover. You can see the finish is starting to fade right here. And we will make it so it's ready to go out for sale at a bargain price. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, this is not refinishing, this is not restoration, this is polishing up used furniture so we can sell it at a very low price. So let's get started. That takes care of the repairs. Let's get on to cleaning. Crud cutter, soap, and water. Here we go. Okay, she's cleaned, wiped off, repairs are done. Little Old English. Let's go. And if anybody's unfamiliar with Old English, it's a type of scratch cover. It's just an oil with a dye stain in it, and I just apply it to a 4/0 steel wool and rub it into the finish. And what it does is it colors out any scratches or light dings and really improves the look of a piece with just this kind of wear. It's not going to help you if you have big hunks of missing finish, but it just kind of conceals the scratches and the finish flaws. That's what it'll do for you. After I apply Old English, I usually let it sit 10 or 15 minutes, and then I wipe it off. And again, this is just an oil with color in it. It's all it does is fill in scratches with color. Total elapsed time, including shooting the video, 20 minutes. Ready to go. Let me go put this in the other garage and I'll be back with the end tables. Here are the matching nightstands. The one on your left is upside down because you can see at the base of it there's a piece of wood that's missing and has to be reinstalled. So let me get that reinstalled much the same way we did the other one, and we'll get on to cleaning these up, polishing them up, and getting them ready for sale. And here's our first challenge of the project. This is nail polish. Looks like the young lady that had this nightstand spilled some nail polish. Nail polish is sometimes shellac based, but most of the time it comes off with lacquer thinner. I've already tried alcohol on this. It's not going to come off with alcohol. It's lacquer based. So we have to use lacquer thinner to get it off. We could scratch it off, but if we do that, we're going to take the color with it. And you know, if we use lacquer thinner on this piece, it's going to take up the top coat because the top coat's lacquer. But I think what I'm going to do is put some lacquer thinner on a Q-tip and just do my best to get as much of this red off. And if I have to spray a light coat of lacquer right in this area, I will. Okay, here's a Q-tip. I'm going to wet it with a little bit of lacquer thinner. Apply it there. I hope you can see. It's coming up. Doesn't take much to get it up. We want to try to keep this as much as we can right on this. Now, of course, we could have just left this on here, and the piece probably would have sold just the same. Okay, I hope you can see how that's coming up. All right, let me get done with the rest of it. We'll take a look at the top coat when we get back, decide if we're going to have to spray. Okay, it's off, and I don't think we're going to have to spray any lacquer on here. I think the scratch cover will be just fine. So for the price of 4 Q-tips and a couple of drops of lacquer thinner, that's how we overcame that challenge. All right, let me get cleaning and polishing. And they're done. 20 minutes time invested. Ready for sale. Remember, we're adjusting to a changing market and trying to keep our prices as low as we can. Let's go get the headboard and get that taken care of. And here's the headboard. You can see it's the same oak. It's got a wicker back. It's in pretty good shape. Just has some dirt. God only knows what that is. And a few scratches on the top. And again, this is going to be a bargain piece of a bargain set of furniture. We're not going to kill ourselves, so we're going to clean it, polish it up. I'll bring you back if I have any problems. If not, I'll just show you the final. Right now we got 40 minutes of shop time into this project. There she is, all prettied up and ready for sale. She looks great. We have a total of 1 hour into this project. So what was the purpose of this video? I mean, I didn't really show you anything other than how to clean a piece of furniture and use some Old English on it to get rid of scratches. I guess we did get rid of that nail polish, and we did fix a couple of loose things, but the purpose of this video is this. Markets change. The market around here has changed, and it's changed quickly. You can't fight the market. So what you have to do is decide, how do you adapt to the market? We were fortunate. We found a very, very nice bedroom set for $20 with 4 dining room chairs. Let's take the chairs out of the equation. Say we paid $10 for the dining room, or for the bedroom set. It took us 1 hour to prepare it for sale. It's now ready for sale. Should it bring $400? Yeah. Is it going to? No way. I'm going to have to price this right at $200 to get people to come see it. Because I cleaned it up, once they get here, they'll want it. If I left it looking like garbage, they'll come, because the pictures don't show the flaws very well. They'll come, they'll take a look at it, and I think they'd move on. So I think we're going to do good with this. We're going to make $190 for an hour's worth of work. Granted, I was out yard sailing when I found it, and there's transportation costs and time to list. But to make it simple, let's call it that, $190 for an hour's work. That's not bad in a depressed market. But how did we do it? And these are the key points to remember. You have to buy cheap,
You have to know your market, and you have to be able to get it turned around quickly by doing as little as possible, and yet making it a very desirable set. I hope this all made sense to you, and I hope you found it of value. So listen, from our shop just outside Kennesaw here in North Georgia. Best regards, thanks for watching. Take good care, and we'll see you next video. And remember, even when the market's down, it's just wood, color, and some shiny stuff. Take care. Thanks again.